Well, firstly, we don't think there's a conflict. The fact is that in the UPA government, as CSC has pointed out time and again, there was no project that was ever rejected. There has been a 1% rejection rate as far as environmental clearance is concerned, and a 3% rejection rate as far as forest clearances are concerned. And the number of projects that have been cleared in the UPA regime are far more than the projects that have been installed. So it is very clear to us that there was no problem in the clearance. There is a problem in the fact that the clearances are delayed. There is no doubt in our mind that the clearances, the system itself is broken. So you have 4 different clearances to do, 5 different clearances to do. Each agency has its own procedures for the clearances. But as CSC has pointed out, during UPA, though the process is not helping environment either. We have used very strong language. We have said, in fact, that the government should not be bullied by the Supreme Court in setting up this new regulator without thinking through what should be the clear structure. And we don't believe the word independence exists just because you put it outside government, because we have seen all regulators then becoming institutions which are very easily, there is corporate capture of the institutions. We also strongly believe that if you do a regulator without thinking through it, you will have more truncated institutions. Now all we are doing constantly is we don't fix what is broken, we keep making new ones. We just throw that away. It's bugging me actually. I don't know who's thrown it over there, just bugging me. So we keep making new institutions. Now, what's the basic problem? The basic problem is that your pollution control boards today are defunct. Okay, their autonomy has been taken away. They have hardly any technical staff. No modern work has happened to improve their governance of surveillance, monitoring, etc., etc. Their funds, they are normally cash-strapped institutions. Now, if you create a regulator, it cannot work without the institutions which will go out, do the monitoring, which will go out, do the actual testing of water, of heavy metals. Now, all that will only be done by the pollution control boards. So, we are essentially not fixing the structure itself. We have in CSC looked at how many different institutions actually exist to give the same clearance. Now, all the regulator will do is to create yet another institution. And we are asking the government to do what is often very difficult in government, which is to reform, internally reform. The problem has been in the last UPA2 last few months, or rather about a year, that all issues of environmental clearance were being done based on the industry concerns and the hype being created in the media about the delays in clearances. And there has therefore been this entire over-enthusiasm to find a way to destroy the clearance system. The last minister, in fact, I forgot that we even had a minister in between, Mr. Moily. Mr. Moily was consulting industry. We wrote to him to say that he should also consult environmentalists. There was never any reply from him. So I think let's be very clear, there is a clear motivated agenda right now, which is orchestrated by industry, which wants to derail and undermine the regulatory process. And it is our misfortune that the Environment Ministry is playing into this hands, because instead of improving the process for environmental integrity, instead of reducing delays, streamlining the process, but improving enforcement, it's actually allowing this shout to become even louder.